Why do we want what is bad?
Human desires and motivations are influenced by a complex interplay of factors. And what we want or pursue may not always align with what is objectively good for our long-term well-being.
Recognizing these influences and understanding our own motivations can help us make more informed and healthier choices in the long run.
Our desires and motivations, as said, are complex and often influenced by various factors, including our biology, psychology, upbringing, and social environment.
Here are some reasons why people may want things that are ultimately bad for them. Immediate gratification versus long-term consequences. We are wired to seek immediate rewards and pleasure. This can lead us to prioritize short-term benefits over long-term well-being. For example, indulging in unhealthy food may provide instant satisfaction, even though it contributes to long-term health issues.
Humans have a natural tendency to seek immediate rewards and pleasure.
This stems from evolutionary biology, where securing immediate resources like food and shelter was crucial for survival. In modern times, this manifests as preferring instant gratification over considering long-term consequences. For example, someone might choose to eat a sugary dessert because it tastes good now, disregarding the potential health risks of excessive sugar intake over time. Emotional needs. Sometimes, what we perceive as bad for us fulfills emotional needs or provides temporary relief from stress or discomfort. For instance, unhealthy coping mechanisms like excessive drinking or gambling may temporarily alleviate anxiety or boredom. Emotional needs.
Many behaviors that are ultimately harmful fulfill emotional needs or provide temporary relief from discomfort.
For instance, stress eating or binge watching TV can momentarily distract from anxiety or boredom.
These behaviors may not be physically harmful in the short term but can lead to negative health outcomes if they become habitual.
Social influence. Our desires are often shaped by societal norms, peer pressure, and cultural expectations. This can lead us to pursue goals or possessions that are not aligned with our personal well-being but are valued in our social circle. Social influence. Humans are social creatures influenced by societal norms, peer pressure, and cultural expectations. This can lead individuals to pursue goals or possessions that are valued in their social group, even if these pursuits are detrimental to their own well-being. For instance, excessive spending to keep up with peers' lifestyles can lead to financial stress and debt. It can lead people to make choices that they believe are good for them but are actually detrimental. Lack of information or awareness.
Not everyone has access to accurate information about what is beneficial or harmful. Misinformation or lack of education can lead individuals to make choices that they believe are good for them but are actually detrimental.
For example, believing in fad diets without understanding their nutritional implications can lead to health problems. Behaviors or patterns that are initially pleasurable but ultimately harmful.
Addiction alters our brain chemistry and overrides rational decision-making processes.
Addiction and habituation. Addiction is a complex neurological phenomenon where the brain becomes reliant on substances or behaviors that initially provide pleasure or relief.
Over time, addiction can alter brain chemistry and impair decision-making abilities, making it difficult for individuals to prioritize long-term health over the short-term relief provided by addictive behaviors like smoking or gambling.
Psychological factors. Deep-seated psychological issues such as low self-esteem, trauma, or unresolved emotional pain can drive people towards behaviors or choices that are detrimental in the long run, despite knowing the risks. Psychological factors. Deep-seated psychological issues such as low self-esteem, trauma, or unresolved emotional pain can drive people towards behaviors that are harmful in the long term.
These behaviors may provide temporary relief or distraction from underlying psychological distress but can exacerbate problems over time.
For instance, using substances to numb emotional pain can lead to addiction and worsen mental health. Risk perception and optimism bias. Some individuals may underestimate the risks associated with certain behaviors or overestimate their ability to handle negative outcomes. This optimism bias can lead them to engage in activities that are potentially harmful. Risk perception and optimism bias. People often underestimate the risks associated with certain behaviors or overestimate their ability to handle negative outcomes. This optimism bias can lead individuals to engage in activities that are potentially harmful, such as unprotected sex or risky investments, believing that negative consequences are less likely to happen to them. Coping mechanisms or unhealthy behaviors sometimes serve as a crutch for dealing with stress, trauma, or difficult emotions. These behaviors provide a temporary escape or relief,
even if they exacerbate the underlying problems over time.
These behaviors provide temporary relief or distraction but do not address the underlying issues.
For example, excessive alcohol consumption may temporarily numb emotional pain, but it can lead to dependency and further exacerbate mental health problems. Each of these factors illustrates how human desires and motivations are complex and influenced by a combination of biological, psychological, social, and environmental factors.
Understanding these influences can help individuals make more informed decisions and adopt healthier behaviors in the long term. As always, thank you for liking our channel, subscribing and following us by clicking on the bell so you know when we upload a new video for you.
See you soon, and remember, it starts with you.